Top 7 vitamins doctors recommend to keep your legs strong and cramp-free after 60. Imagine waking up every morning with legs that feel strong, steady, and full of energy. No more jolting cramps in the middle of the night. No more moments when your legs feel like they can barely carry you. And most importantly, no more fear of losing your mobility as you age. If you've ever felt weakness in your legs, or been yanked out of sleep by a sudden, painful cramp, pay close attention because what I'm about to share could change everything. Your leg strength, your ability to move freely, and even your independence hinge on one thing that most people overlook: proper nutrition. Today, we'll uncover 7 essential vitamins and minerals that can revitalize your leg health, boosting muscle power, protecting your bones, and improving circulation. Whether you love strolling through the park, dancing to your favorite song, or simply want to stay active and self-sufficient well into your golden years, this is for you. 1. Vitamin D, the silent foundation of muscle strength and balance in older adults. Have you ever felt like your legs were getting weaker but couldn't quite explain why? One day, it's harder to stand up from a chair. Another day, climbing stairs feels like hauling your entire body weight. Most people think, well, that's just aging. But here's the surprising truth: the real cause might not be your age at all. It could be something much simpler and often overlooked: vitamin D. Vitamin D isn't just a vitamin, it's actually a prohormone that plays a role in over 200 vital biological processes in your body. And when it comes to your muscles and bones, it's the conductor of the orchestra, regulating calcium absorption, nerve-muscle communication, and the fast-twitch muscle responses that keep you steady and strong. When you trip or take a step, it's your fast-twitch muscle fibers that kick in to help you catch yourself. Vitamin D helps activate those fibers, meaning it improves your balance, helps you react quickly to prevent a fall, and enables your muscles to contract more efficiently. It also improves brain-to-body coordination. Without enough vitamin D, you may start to feel like your legs aren't listening to your brain anymore. In an interview with the New York Times, Elon Musk revealed that he had a vitamin D deficiency after spending most of his time indoors. Once he started getting more sunlight and taking supplements, he noticed a clear improvement in his energy and mental clarity even while managing an intense workload. After age 60, your skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. On top of that, your kidneys have a harder time converting it into its active form, calcitriol. Modern habits, staying indoors, fear of skin cancer, constant sunscreen use only make things worse. According to the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, vitamin D deficiency not only weakens bones but can increase the risk of muscle weakness, poor balance, and falls by up to 30%. How to get enough vitamin D? Method: how to do it. Sunlight: get 15 to 30 minutes of morning sun daily. Expose arms and legs to direct sunlight, no glass, no sunscreen. Food sources: eat more salmon, mackerel, eggs, mushrooms, and vitamin D fortified cereals. Supplements: adults over 60 should consider 800-1000 IU per day, but it's best to get a blood test to determine the right dose. Think of vitamin D not as a supplement, but as a foundation essential for staying upright, moving with confidence, and avoiding serious falls after age 60. Just like checking your blood pressure or blood sugar, a yearly vitamin D blood test, 25-OD, should become part of your regular health routine. Without the right support, especially calcium, even the best vitamin D regimen can fall short. And calcium, though often talked about, is quietly slipping away in many older adults without them even noticing. So next, let's explore why calcium, the most famous mineral in your body, may be declining faster than you think, and how to restore this crucial teammate to keep your bones and muscles working in sync. 2. Calcium, the silent fuel behind muscle strength and every step you take. Most of us only think of calcium when we talk about bones. But have you ever wondered why your legs sometimes feel shaky after standing too long? Or why climbing just a few steps makes your heart race and your legs go wobbly? Here's the surprising truth. Calcium doesn't just build bones, it powers every heartbeat, muscle contraction, and every steady step you take. Calcium is an essential mineral that makes up about 1 to 2% of your body weight, with 99% stored in your bones and teeth. But it's the remaining 1% in your blood and soft tissues that keeps your body moving. That small percentage plays a critical role in transmitting signals between nerve cells, regulating muscle contractions, supporting proper blood clotting, keeping your heart rhythm steady. Without enough calcium, even simple movements, especially involving your legs, can feel heavy, slow, or even dangerous. Every time you stand up from a chair, take a step, or stretch your calf muscles, calcium is behind the scenes, triggering your muscles to contract. Think of it as a switch. When your nerves send an electrical signal to a muscle, calcium floods in to help the muscle contract. When calcium levels drop, muscles can't contract efficiently, or they may spasm and cramp uncontrollably, leading to twitching or shakiness. The famously disciplined Amazon founder, Jeff Bezos, once shared in a Blue Origin interview that after turning 50, he began prioritizing calcium and vitamin D-rich foods in his breakfast, like Greek yogurt, eggs, and salmon, not just for bone strength, but to maintain stamina and mobility during intense workouts and a busy lifestyle. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing calcium due to reduced stomach acid, which makes it harder to extract calcium from food. Long-term use of acid-reducing medications, like omeprazole or pantoprazole, which are common among seniors. Low vitamin D levels, which prevent calcium from being absorbed through the intestines. When blood calcium runs low, the body pulls calcium out of your bones, leading, over time, to weak, brittle bones and silent osteoporosis, often discovered only after a sudden hip fracture from a seemingly minor fall. Calcium-rich foods to include in your diet. Food calcium, mg. Low-fat yogurt, 1 cup, 415 milligrams. Sardines, with bones, 3 ounces, 325 milligrams. Cooked kale, 1 cup, 180 milligrams. Almonds, 1 ounce, 75 milligrams. Fortified almond milk, 1 cup, 300 mg. Important reminder, without enough vitamin D, even if you're getting plenty of calcium, your body can't absorb it properly, like trying to build a house without cement. It's not just about taking calcium pills. Popping a calcium supplement isn't always enough. What matters most is how well your body absorbs it, and whether you're moving enough to pull that calcium into your bones. If you're using PPI medications or rarely eat calcium-rich foods, it's a good idea to check your calcium and vitamin D levels regularly with your doctor. A diet rich in natural calcium sources, paired with targeted supplementation and regular movement, is far more effective than blindly taking high-dose calcium pills. But here's the bigger picture. Even with strong bones and muscles, if your nervous system isn't communicating properly, your body's movement signals can get blocked. That's why vitamin B12 plays such a crucial role as the messenger between your brain and your legs, helping everything stay in sync. Let's explore that in the next section. 3. Vitamin B12, the lifeline for your nervous system and leg movement. Have you ever felt like your legs just aren't yours anymore? Maybe you walk slower, your reflexes feel delayed, or you wobble in the dark even though your vision is fine. Most people chalk this up to aging. But the truth might be more complex, because sometimes you're not slowing down because of age, but because of a deficiency in a key nerve vitamin, vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, cobalamin, is essential for maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective covering around your nerves. Think of it like insulation on a wire. Without it, electrical signals can't travel properly. B12 also helps your body make red blood cells to carry oxygen to your muscles, and plays a vital role in DNA production, especially in the brain and spinal cord. Simply put, without B12, your nerves and muscles stop working in sync. When you walk, your brain sends electrical signals down your spine and into your leg muscles. The myelin sheath ensures that signal travels smoothly like high-speed internet. But with a B12 deficiency, the signal gets scrambled, leading to numbness, tingling, poor coordination, and a feeling like you're walking through fog. Oprah Winfrey once shared on a podcast that she experienced constant fatigue despite sleeping well, cold hands and feet, and brain fog. After some testing, she discovered she had a mild B12 deficiency, likely due to her mostly plant-based diet and intense work schedule. After adjusting her routine and supplementing properly, she said, "I felt like I got my 40s back." After age 50, many people produce less stomach acid, which is necessary for absorbing B12 from food. You're also at higher risk for deficiency if you take acid-reducing medications, like omeprazole. Use metformin for diabetes. Follow a strict vegetarian or vegan diet. Long-term B12 deficiency can lead to permanent nerve damage, resulting in trembling, poor balance, memory loss, or even confusion. How to get enough B12. Source notes. Cooked beef liver extremely rich in B12, consume in moderation due to cholesterol. Salmon, tuna excellent natural sources. B12 fortified cereals great for vegetarians. Nutritional yeast high in B12, cheesy flavor, easy to sprinkle on food. B12 supplements 500-1000 mcg/day, sublingual, under the tongue, form absorbs better. B12 injections for people with absorption issues or severe deficiencies. Don't wait until you fall or your memory slips to start thinking about B12. If you're over 60, eat little or no meat, or take acid-reducing medications, talk to your doctor about getting routine blood tests. For mild deficiencies, adjusting your diet and taking an oral supplement is often enough. But if you're experiencing symptoms like numbness, balance problems, or memory issues, see a doctor immediately for proper treatment. However, even a healthy nervous system can't work smoothly if your muscles are constantly cramping or seizing, especially at night. That's where another silent but essential mineral steps in: magnesium. the unsung hero for muscle relaxation and cramp prevention. We'll explore that in the next section. For magnesium, the quiet mineral behind muscle relaxation and restful sleep. Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sudden calf cramp? That sharp, twisting pain like a steel wire tightening inside your leg can instantly snap you out of sleep. Most people blame it on overexertion or cold weather. But the real cause might be something far less obvious, a magnesium deficiency. This often overlooked mineral is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions, especially those related to muscle and nerve function. Magnesium acts as your body's natural muscle relaxer, stress buffer, and circadian rhythm stabilizer. It helps muscles relax after contraction, regulates nerve signaling, reduces inflammation, and helps stabilize blood sugar levels. For older adults, magnesium is essential to prevent nighttime muscle cramps, twitches, and stiffness, especially in the legs. When your muscles contract, magnesium is the mineral that flips the off switch. Without enough of it, your muscles can stay stuck in a prolonged contraction, leading to tightness, spasms, or cramping. Magnesium also plays a key role in producing GABA, a calming neurotransmitter that soothes the central nervous system, promotes better sleep, and calms the peripheral nerves, including those in the lower limbs. Arianna Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, wrote in her book The Sleep Revolution that she once suffered from chronic insomnia and frequent leg cramps that left her physically drained. After testing revealed a magnesium deficiency, she changed her diet to include leafy greens and cashews, and began supplementing with magnesium glycinate. The result? Deeper sleep and significantly more energy. Why seniors are more likely to be deficient. Diuretics, acid reducers, and blood pressure medications can cause the body to excrete magnesium more quickly. Diets low in leafy greens and whole grains and high in processed foods, sugar, and salt can drain the body's magnesium reserves. Chronic stress also depletes magnesium, as it's used to produce stress hormones like cortisol. Smart ways to boost your magnesium intake. Food magnesium content/notes. Pumpkin seeds, 1 ounce, 150 mg, one of the richest natural sources. Cooked spinach, 1 cup, 157 mg, highly absorbable. Black beans, great source of magnesium and fiber. Dark chocolate, 85% plus, contains magnesium. Enjoy in moderation. Magnesium glycinate or citrate supplements absorbs well and gentle on digestion. Avoid magnesium oxide, it's poorly absorbed and more likely to cause diarrhea, especially in older adults with sensitive digestion. If you frequently experience nighttime cramps, light muscle twitches, restless legs, or trouble falling into deep sleep, magnesium may be the missing piece. You don't have to wait for a blood test. Most older adults have at least mild magnesium deficiency. Focus on magnesium-rich foods first, and consider supplements under professional guidance if needed. Magnesium not only relaxes your muscles, but also supports a calmer mood, sharper memory, and more restful sleep. Muscles also need a steady electrical signal to function properly. And to keep those signals firing smoothly, your body relies on a key electrolyte, potassium, the quiet hero that regulates muscle contraction, supports energy levels, and prevents cramps. We'll dive into that next. 5. Potassium, the electrolyte key to strong, steady legs. Have you ever felt a slight trembling in your legs when standing up? Or noticed your calves getting tired or even cramping during light exercise even though you just started moving. These could be signs of something often overlooked but incredibly important, a potassium imbalance. Potassium is a vital intracellular electrolyte, meaning it operates inside your body's cells and it plays a central role in nearly every muscle contraction, from your heartbeat and breathing to every step you take. It helps regulate fluid balance, transmit electrical signals from nerves to muscles, reduce calcium loss through urine, crucial for older adults at risk of osteoporosis. Without enough potassium, your legs may feel shaky, weak, and drain energy quickly. Every muscle cell runs on cellular voltage, and potassium is the mineral that creates and maintains that voltage. When your nerves send a message to your muscles, potassium helps open the gates for electricity to flow, triggering the muscle to contract at just the right moment. But if potassium is low, your internal battery is weak, signals get scrambled, and muscles may twitch, cramp, or simply not respond well. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, once tweeted that during high-stress work periods, he experienced shaky energy and felt physically drained. After micronutrient testing, he began adding more potassium to his diet through bananas, avocados, and coconut water, along with cutting back on caffeine and getting more rest. The result? Better muscle stability and mental focus, even during intense pressure. Why older adults are at greater risk of potassium deficiency. Diuretics, commonly used for high blood pressure or heart failure, increase potassium loss in urine. Chronic diarrhea, vomiting, or excessive sweating cause fluid and potassium loss. Poor appetite, restricted diets, or undereating reduce potassium intake. Mild dehydration, often unnoticed in seniors, throws off electrolyte balance without obvious signs. How to get more potassium naturally. Food potassium content, mg. Sweet potatoes 541 mg per cup. Avocado 708 mg per fruit. White beans 829 mg per cup. Bananas 422 mg per medium banana. Coconut water, natural electrolyte replenisher, great after sweating or activity. Electric light bulb tip: staying well hydrated and combining magnesium with potassium can enhance muscle relaxation and significantly reduce cramps and fatigue. If you're taking diuretics, or often feel lightheaded, fatigued, or experience twitchy calves or muscle cramps, talk to your doctor about checking your electrolyte levels, especially potassium. Warning sign important: never self-prescribe high-dose potassium supplements. Too much potassium, especially in people with kidney conditions, can cause dangerous heart rhythm problems. Stick to plant-rich, minimally processed foods, drink enough water daily, and focus on nutritional balance, not just quick fixes. But here's something few people realize. Even with proper electrolytes, if the calcium in your bloodstream doesn't reach your bones and instead builds up in your blood vessels, you could still face artery calcification, joint pain, and weakened bones. That's where vitamin K comes in, the essential traffic controller that tells calcium where it belongs in the body. We'll dive into its powerful and often overlooked role in the next section. 6. Vitamin K, the silent traffic controller that guides calcium to the right places. You might be taking calcium supplements daily, eating a balanced diet, and still struggling with joint pain, artery stiffness, or even osteoporosis. Sounds confusing, right? But here's the reality: Calcium doesn't know where to go on its own. It needs a guide. And without a key nutrient called vitamin K, calcium can end up in the wrong places like your arteries or joints, causing harm instead of good. Vitamin K helps direct calcium to where it belongs, your bones and teeth, while preventing it from building up in your arteries, joints, and soft tissues. There are two main types of vitamin K. Vitamin K1, phylloquinone, found in leafy green vegetables, supports blood clotting. Vitamin K2, menaquinone, found in fermented foods, eggs, liver, and organ meats, delivers calcium into the bones. K2 activates two important proteins. Osteocalcin binds calcium into the bone matrix. Matrix GLA protein, MGP, prevents calcium buildup in arteries and soft tissue. Without K2, your body is like a construction site with no engineer. You've got the building material, calcium, but no one directing where it should go. The result? Weaker bones, stiffer arteries, painful joints. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, known for his disciplined approach to health as he nears 60, once shared with his team at Blue Origin how smart nutrition is key to maintaining peak mental and physical energy. His daily choices like aged cheeses, organic beef liver, and leafy greens support not only strong bones but flexible blood vessels. It's a practical example of putting vitamin K into action for longevity and performance. Why seniors often lack vitamin K, especially K2. Low intake of fermented foods, like natto or aged cheese. Long-term use of antibiotics, which disrupt gut bacteria that help make K2. Low-fat or no-fat diets that reduce absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Use of blood thinners like warfarin, which block vitamin K activity. This leads to calcium ending up in the wrong places, causing artery calcification, joint pain, and reduced bone strength despite regular calcium intake. Type-rich food sources. K1 spinach, kale, broccoli, collard greens. K2 natto, fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, like Gouda, Edam, egg yolks, organ meats. Warning sign important: if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, speak to your doctor before changing your vitamin K intake. Fluctuations can affect your medication's effectiveness. If you're experiencing joint stiffness, numbness in the legs, test results showing arterial calcification, you might need to look beyond calcium and ask about your vitamin K status, especially K2. The smartest approach? A calcium and vitamin D and vitamin K2 combination. This trio boosts bone density without harming your cardiovascular system. Look for K2-rich foods, or ask your doctor about K2-MK7 supplements, a highly absorbable form. But even with proper calcium placement, your body also needs help recovering after movement, especially when it comes to smooth coordination between muscles and nerves. That's where vitamin B6 plays a powerful, often overlooked role. In the next section, we'll explore how a B6 deficiency can lead to leg fatigue, cramps, and slow reflexes, and how to fix it naturally. 7. Vitamin B6, the unsung hero for muscle recovery and precise nerve signaling. Have you ever felt like your legs were heavy as lead after a short walk? Or noticed that your steps felt unsteady even though your eyesight and hearing were fine? Many people assume it's just part of aging. But in reality, feelings of sluggishness, delayed reflexes, or tingling in the legs could point to a little-known deficiency: vitamin B6. Vitamin B6, pyridoxine, is a water-soluble vitamin that plays a vital role in producing neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, which help the brain send accurate signals to your muscles, breaking down proteins to rebuild and repair muscle tissue, supporting the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles, especially your legs. Without enough B6, the coordination between brain, nerves, and muscles starts to break down. This can lead to slowed movement, leg fatigue, and increased risk of falling. Imagine driving a car with faulty wiring: your steering input doesn't reach the wheels on time or goes in the wrong direction. That's what it's like when your nerves aren't getting the right signals. B6 acts like insulation on those wires, keeping communication between your brain and muscles smooth and reliable. And after age 60, as your natural ability to repair muscle declines, B6 becomes even more important. It helps break down proteins so your body can rebuild and recover faster. Ruth, age 70, used to walk 3 miles every morning. But over time, she said her legs felt like blocks of cement. Blood tests showed no anemia or mineral loss, but her B6 levels were unusually low. Her doctor suggested adding lean chicken, bananas, and a daily B6 supplement. After just a few weeks, Ruth's leg strength and coordination noticeably improved, and she was back to her morning walks. Why seniors are more prone to B6 deficiency. Liver or kidney dysfunction affects how the body absorbs and processes B6. Long-term use of medications like isoniazid, TB, hydralazine, blood pressure, or levodopa, Parkinson's, can deplete B6. Poor diets or strict food restrictions often mean inadequate B6 intake. Chronic inflammation from conditions like arthritis or autoimmune diseases increases B6 usage. Best food sources of vitamin B6. Food benefits. Chicken breast, high in protein and B6, low in fat. Potatoes, affordable, easy to prepare, and B6 rich. Chickpeas, great for fiber and B6, ideal for vegetarians. Bananas, gentle on digestion, easy to eat anytime. Tuna, excellent natural source of protein and vitamin B6. Important note: avoid taking high doses of B6, over 200 mg/day, for long periods, as it may lead to nerve damage. Stick to recommended levels and focus on food sources or supplements prescribed by a professional. If you're experiencing heavy, tired legs, mild numbness or tingling, nighttime muscle twitching, low energy during light activity, it might be time to get your B6 levels checked, especially if you follow a vegetarian diet or have liver/kidney issues. And remember, B6 works best when paired with other B vitamins like B9, folate, and B12, so consider a balanced B-complex approach. That brings us to the end of our journey through the 7 essential nutrients for strong, flexible, and resilient legs in later life. But knowing is only the beginning. Taking action is what turns knowledge into a long-term vitality and independence. In the final section, we'll reflect on the most important takeaways and help you build a clear, practical plan to keep your legs and your freedom strong for the years ahead. So what's the big takeaway? Strong legs don't start in a gym, they start in a kitchen. Mobility isn't just about muscle, it's about messaging between your nerves, the power of your bones, and the fuel that drives every step you take. Here's the truth. Most seniors don't fall because they are clumsy. They fall because their bodies are quietly running low on the very building blocks of movement and no one warned them in time. But now you know. And knowledge is power. Here's your simple action plan to get started today. White heavy check mark. Check your vitamin D and B12 levels, especially if you're over 60 or take medications that affect absorption. White heavy check mark. Include at least one leg strengthening nutrient in every meal: salmon for vitamin D, spinach for magnesium, yogurt for calcium. White heavy check mark. Move daily, even gently, because nutrients only work when your body knows how to use them. White heavy check mark. Talk to your doctor about smart supplementation, especially if your diet is limited or you have chronic conditions. White heavy check mark. Repeat this once a year. Nutrition changes, and so does your body. Adjust accordingly. You don't have to settle for weakness. You don't have to give up your independence. Your legs carry your life. Let's make sure they are strong enough to carry your future. Because the truth is this: aging is inevitable, but decline is optional. And it all begins with giving your body what it truly needs to thrive. I'll see you in the next video, where we continue our journey to protect not just your health, but your freedom.